Hey everybody, welcome back to EQN Sports, driven by Holiday Auto Group. I am DruStew, sitting up here with the champions of our Pro Futurity. We are at Riata, Chelsea.
Hi.
She knows more about these horses than anybody else in the industry, hands down. Sister, this is the last 4 years, especially when Riata came on board, and then all of the other futurities. It's changing our world. Talk about it a little bit.
I mean, these guys are here right now Nicky's in a fight for his life in the world standings, and these guys are here on a Wednesday before they have to go to Sioux Falls because it's that important. You know, the horse side of the business is also that important. They could be at home practicing for Sioux Falls, but here they are. So I guess this was pretty good practice, though.
Pretty good practice. Well, Clay, it's just like you and I were talking here a minute ago. I mean, you came out, you won and two'd them. Congratulations on that. That's awesome. And we're going to talk about the horses, but just these events like this, your cut just today is going to be $78,000. Doing what you do, this is your living. I mean, you have to have events like this to survive.
Oh, it sure helps. I mean, you rodeo, all year long, and like I said, I mean, that's if you have a pretty good year, that's half your year right there. So I mean, it really helps when these having these ropings like this that pays this kind of money. We got to show up.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Nicky, outstanding heeling, buddy. Great roping here today. Talk to me about the setup a little bit. What was it like out there?
Setup was pretty good. Heel barrier wasn't as long as if you just watched me rope, you'd think it's Salinas on the first couple. It was looked long, but no, I was just really late on the first two. But once I started figuring out the start, it was a lot easier.
Awesome. Well, let's jump in. Chelsea, let's talk about these horses. Clay, I know that this deal for you, your guys' and your whole program had a pretty dang big day between the first and second, and then your brother as well. Talk about those horses.
Those three mares are horses that I've futurity this year, the last couple of years, the two that I was riding. And then my brother rode the Call Sally mare, which we got her a little later. I futurity'd her some this year. But, I'm gone most of the time, so I don't get to, futurity them as much as I would like to. But we're doing the futurity deal. I mean, we love the futurity deal. It's been great, but, like, we're trying to get them ready to where when they get done futuritying that I have a horse, that I can go make a living on, hopefully at the end of it. And so it's kind of nice today to get to just rope on them, kind of like how you just would try to win something. But I was pretty proud of them. I thought they done pretty good.
Chelsea, you were talking about that before we went on camera, before these guys came up here. Big difference, the difference I would say is maybe narrowing, but it used to be a huge difference between our show horses and our rope horses. That gap's kind of closing a little bit.
Yeah, and I think Clay has done such a good job of proving that. And he rode his futurity horse at the NFR. It was at the end of her 6-year-old year too.
Right, she was 6. It was at the end of her 6-year-old year.
At the end of her futurity year, he took her to the NFR and did amazing. And so he's really been one of the ones who's really proven that show horses can go on and be real deal kind of horses. And that was the first thing I saw when we looked at the horses that won today. I said those horses are Clay's good show horses, and they just won in a very aggressive setup. So,
is the difference, Clay? Is it a huge difference when you're going out and showing them versus going in here in full contact?
100%. It is. I get at the futurities is more of. It's almost like for a roper, it is. You have to go to a total different mindset because, I'm trying to win something, and try to get home as fast as I can. And a lot of times you cover up some things with your horse. So the shows, they really break it down as far as the run and the rate. And then that kind of becomes a blurred line a little bit. Like you want your horse locking onto a cow. But honestly, like today, on both of those horses, I'm trying to rope ahead of them, so you don't really get to see some of the rate.
Sure.
But when they're young, they need to lock onto the cow, and so that's important. Like when I drop my hand, I want them to go to the cow. So that's kind of where the run and the rate comes into play and transitions over to when you get done. But I've pushed horses too fast and messed them up, and so I'm learning how to, when I get done futurity, and hopefully to have a horse that
isn't just smoked and done.
Isn't just tight and trying to do too much stuff, because you want to show off, your horse is athletic, you want to show them off how athletic they are. But you got to watch about that too, because you can have them too smoked when they're done futuritying. Because we're putting a lot of pressure on them young, good and bad. Hopefully by the time they're 8, they're a solid, really nice horse.
Yeah.
That's kind of what the plan is.
What's it like on the heel horses back there? Difference for you as a healer, like what are you seeing riding these young horses? I mean, one thing that this game is doing, we're seeing more and more younger horses. You remember back in the day, and I don't know what it is, I know that average age has come down, but it was always the average age of the rope horses at the NFR were 18 years old. So that game's changed. We're riding these younger horses. Nicky, what's it like on the heeling side of this, kind of mirroring what Clay said?
I like riding young horses, but I think older horses, as far as open and rodeos, I think they're better. They're more consistent and don't mess up as much. And it's taking the younger horses, the Futurities and the Riata buckle stuff is amazing. And it's pretty fun seeing them go along and get better.
Mm-hmm. How about you? As you're relatively one of the young guys out here. Is the mindset different for you at all on these young horses, or like? Talk through your personal mental game, riding these young horses, the Futurity setups versus just going and jumping on one that is an old campaigner.
I don't think I'm just still amazing at riding young horses. I'm still pretty green on that. My dad's helped me out a bunch getting on, older horses, and that's kind of what I grew up roping on. And I like riding young horses, but I don't think I'm a horse trainer by no means. I just try to rope on them just normal. That seems to work best for me.
Yeah. Clay, I bet you still tell yourself the same thing. Like it takes a while to be a great horseman, doesn't it? Learn something every day.
He ropes good, and he puts them in a good spot, so you don't really have to pick on them very much if they're good horses. You know what I mean? So like for him, it's not like you have to be picking on them all the time.
He's helping them and doesn't even know he's helping them.
He ropes good, and he puts them in a good spot, so when he gets done, the horse is going to be good if it's good, And so
wow, that's a good way to put it.
You don't have to necessarily be poking and picking at them all the time. You can do too much and get in their way, it seems like. I mean, I'm bad about doing that too, like a guy just needs to. If the horse is good, all you really do is just got to stay out of their way.
Yeah, just let them be.
Right.
Chelsea, what did you see looking at the Open today from top to bottom watching? Was there any standouts for you, or what pops out to you?
These two, obviously.
Yeah, of course. of course.
These two were Clay won so much money, first and second. I think that was interesting, Clay. Your run. Talk about your run with Joseph. Was it a similar sort of run that you guys put together versus with Nicky? As far as how you were
in what round?
Just in general, like the run that you guys are making on those horses.
Right.
Were those two similar horses that you were riding?
I've rode both those horses, like the Sammy's version. I've been roping on her since she was 3. We got her from Rens, and then we was roping steers on her at her end of her 3-year-old year lightly, and then the one-time Peppy Ray, same way we got her when she was 3. So like that's what I was telling Nicky. Those two horses, I know them so well that good or bad, I kind of know what they're going to do, I think.
Sure.
And yeah, it's really on, the barrier honestly wasn't very long.
Yeah.
The steers were good, but there was a difference in speed, on some of those steers, so you had to make sure the loper started, and then in the runner you didn't have to see much. And so on those two horses, it really made my job pretty easy. And then with Nicky and Joseph, they both feel great. So it was.
You guys just, I mean, this is not a statement taking anything away, but you guys drew a good one in the short round.
For sure.
I mean, you're 5-7 in the short round, but what's pretty cool and what's a testament to exactly what Chelsea was saying in your guys' game, 10 steers right there coming into the short round, so 8 steers into it, you guys are 0.5 off of each other,
right.
Half second against everybody. You guys come in 1 and 2, and you just swap spots. You drew a good steer in the short round. You guys used him. You guys were great. You and Joseph used your steer right where you should. I mean, everything was consistent. It just a great steer changed the game right there in the short round.
For sure.
But makes no difference because the horses and everything worked great.
I thought they done pretty good.
Yep, absolutely. You want to watch them? Should we watch them?
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, let's do it. All right, you guys are 7:30 on this steer right here. Talk to me about this run, guys. What do you see when you watching this back?
I seen him out way too far, and I was kind of just chasing the whole time. Kind of was spinning out right here in the turn, and then kind of got caught up, and it worked out pretty good. Steer was great.
Yeah.
Were you head bobbing there around the corner?
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
You do that sometimes? I've never noticed that before.
He'll do it after the run sometimes if I miss.
I used to do it a lot, like when I was little. I think that's how I kind of got my timing.
Yeah.
I would head bob. I don't do it as much anymore.
Well, I feel like I don't see you get far enough around the corner, as often or as far across the arena to notice it. But this one, you Make a few strides.
Yeah, I tracked that one.
All right, we're going to go to your second steer right here. So you guys are 721 on this one. A little better position right there, huh,
Yeah,
Nicky? That feel a little better?
That felt a lot better.
Only 1 or 2 head bobs on that one.
Anybody that ever heeled and watched Randon did it for a while, whether they told anybody they did or not. Everybody did it.
How fast does she feel, Clay? Does she feel stupid fast?
She's really fast.
Looks-
That's one of the faster ones I've rode. I had Flinny, and I thought he was really fast. But I didn't have Flinny until he was like 7, and so. But this mare feels really fast.
And then breaks down good right there too, doesn't she, Clay?
She's easy to handle the steer on, I mean, but she also will like stay away from the cow, not overrun your throw.
Mm-hmm.
She's a straight running bred mare, but looks more like a cow horse. So that's where sometimes, like you'll see the sorrel mare, she faces maybe a little snappier than this mare, but this one scores and runs and is super easy to rope on. So it makes my job pretty easy.
Boy, seeing him right there, so watching that mare lets you finish your delivery and everything before she ever takes a step, doesn't she?
If you'll watch, a lot of times I'll like pick up. Like I don't like picking up and knocking them off the cow, but like I'll kind of tell her to like slow down a little bit before, and she's getting to where she'll let you use your rope. Like this steer right here, Cini was slow. Like I pick up just a little early right there with my left hand and say, just slow down, let me catch.
And she listens to you.
She really watches the cow good, which is kind of weird for a running bred horse to want to lock onto the cow. But I rode her at the BFI this year. I didn't win anything, but I thought she was good enough to ride the BFI this year.
How'd she feel when you got deep in the rope into the BFI?
Well, I didn't get very deep. I popped it off the second one.
Oh,
that
that's
was bad.
right. That's right. Yeah.
But it wasn't her fault. I think she'll be really ready to jackpot on quite a bit here pretty soon. I mean, I like her a lot. That wasn't a very sharp head loop.
Yeah, but that steer kind of wanted to look away from you and try Nicky a little bit right there, didn't he? And just
he
a little
missed
bit.
the haze a little bit, but no big deal.
Nicky, how much do you feel like you're helping that horse? Are you just letting that horse work? Or?
Yeah, I'm just hand down kicking. Seems like the whole time.
This is a short round.
Yeah, this is your short. That was a good steer right there. That's by far the weakest steer you guys had all day, right?
This might be the weakest steer here.
Yeah. That's the one we hauled from the house for the short round.
I brought him.
Wow, he was good, huh?
You hadn't
Yeah,
watched
that
it
is
back
the one
on
you
your phone
wanted
or
in the
anything
short
yet?
round.
Perfect.
I have, but I was kind of watching my horse. I wasn't really watching the steer, but that steer is great.
Clay, like even though you're talking about it, here she is running bred. She could have very easily overran that steer right there.
Oh, that's what's really cool about her. Is I was going to go that close regardless because we had a little time to work with, and she scores, and you can get a good start on her every time it feels like. And like that steer being slow, a lot of times you would be really having to pull them off or rope coming in. I'm good with that. But in that situation where you just need to go catch, I'm going to go close and make sure that I catch. And anyway, she watched the cow pretty good, I thought.
So we're going to go, I think our next run, here's your and Joseph's run right here.
Oh, this is the short round.
Yep.
So this is, me and Joe maybe had to be six flat maybe to win the roping, and that's just bad luck for Joseph because I was going to make sure I caught that one. And that steer's pretty good too, but
kind of pushed on him a little bit right there too, didn't it?
A little to the right, but not bad. I was just going to make sure, same thing, get out of the barrier and turn the cow. This mare has a lot of buttons, and she does things. She's got a lot of foot speed and stuff.
You can see there's just difference right there, and just the way she you were getting a hold of her right there. Yeah,
but she can make it happen pretty fast.
Clay,
anyway.
I feel like you're a mare guy now, and when you started, you were like a grade gelding guy, and now you're a mare guy.
I was whatever starting.
Yeah.
I was whatever, paint. It didn't matter. Whatever I could get on to win on. And now it seems like now if you're gonna do it. If you're gonna rope and do it, it's kind of something that the mare deal is getting big enough to where if a guy has some success and wins on them, then stud and mares are if something happens that you're not able to rodeo on them, it kind of helps some supplemental income for guys like us because I I got to make a living with a horse and a rope somehow.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
this has been fun. And like I said, my in-laws have helped so much with putting these horses together and buying these horses and letting me ride them. And like my little brother-in-law helped ride them like this summer while I was gone. And so it takes a lot of help. For a rodeo guy like me, you can't do this by yourself because you're gone so much.
Sure.
So it's taken everybody's help to.
The Richies have jumped in. I mean, they've been so great for so long, and then this program is doing what it's doing now. I mean, I think it's awesome. And Chelsea, we've got Cowboys up here, team ropers, talking about the long game.
I know. Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk
Who would
it?
have thought? Nikki, is that horse part of your long game?
The one I rode today?
Yeah.
Why? You never know. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. When did you get him?
I got him from Jody Higgins when he was 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I got him, and I rode him for a little bit, and then we were about to leave to go to this summer, and he's still really green, like didn't really know much. And I sent him to Bing Gambrell all summer long, and he rode him, and I just pretty much took him straight here. So he hasn't been rode much, and he did a good job.
Yeah, just a little bit. He's pretty handy with the rope too.
Pretty handy.
Pretty handy with the rope.
Pretty handy.
But that's amazing. Do you have a bunch of young horses right now? Like, are you looking long game horse wise, or are we not there yet?
I've got a 4-year-old roan. That's pretty good, and then that one. That's about it.
Nikki, how old are you now?
18.
8?
Yeah.
I was going to say 19. I thought he might have got to 19 already. No, he's 18. That's pretty awesome. Well, I tell you what, guys, congratulations on a big day. Great roping all the way around, guys. Chelsea, what do we got going on now?
There's a big 14. Hey,
A big 14.
There's a big. So when I went out to get my dog out of the pickup at the end of the first round of the Open, and somebody had pulled up in a stock trailer with their horses saddled, pipe stock trailer with their horses saddled, at the door of the Lazy E because they ran in to enter the 14. We're flying in extra office help because of the line was wrapped around
all the way around,
all the way around. Our girls in the office are working so hard because I can't believe for a Wednesday morning Open, this building was packed during the Open. Like, it's just amazing to see all these people here.
Yeah.
So
Jeremy and I were on the phone, and I was walking through that mess, and he's like, so what time are we going to get done tonight? And I'm like, I have no idea.
No
idea,
not
because
make
whatever
dinner
numbers you
reservations tonight.
thought, whatever time you thought we were going to get out here, it's way later than that.
Yeah,
so.
the Open grew this year, which was awesome to see. That they guaranteed $50,000 for first, I believe, and $200,000 added. It was great.
Yeah, we
Great
had
roping.
86 teams. I think the payout, Connie told me, was $366,000 for this deal. So great open roping. Don't know what this is going to pay, but it's close. I know Denny's, I don't think we're going to get to that $1 million roping yet this year, but it's going to be really, really close. We're going to be in those 800 and 900,000s. And the thing that is a little bit different about Riata right now is we're going to see the biggest ropings probably in the 12. It's not going to be the 9s. It's going to be the 12 because you get the mix of the numbers and the young horses.
Well, and I enter a lot of these guys at the futurities and at the ropings like this, and I did my entries for the Open guys, and that was fine. And then I have some friends, J.D. McGuire, who actually he's right behind us roping. Actually, oddly enough, I think I just heard his name. He's right behind us.
That is old JD. That was Gray Horse. Yeah.
I asked him, I'm like, hey, what's your horse list? And the amount of I had to scroll on my text message screen of how many they entered and who all was riding their horses, and I love to see that. That's amazing. That's like a really great sign of growth here. So
absolutely. Well, guys, we'll let you get out of here. Congratulations. Thanks for coming up.
Thank
great roping here. Chelsea, we've got a lot of great roping like you were just talking about. The 14 roping's going on right here. Then we've got the 13 World Series roping, and that'll wrap up today. But we're going to be here all day long roping. It is going to be a great week. Everybody, we invite you to make sure and go to roping.com where you can check out all of the action live. We're going to be bringing you all of these updates from the sports desk here at EQN Sports, all driven by Holiday Auto Group. On behalf of Chelsea and the champions right here of our Pro Futurity, I am DruStew, and we will catch you when we bring you the winners of this big number 14. We'll see everybody in a little bit. All the action here from Riata.